chills. My jewelry cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. Pepper stuff the edge like I don't know no. See the pain deep.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Check out. 180. Hey, look through.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Check out. 180. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
It's 3rd down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield on play action. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. The first carry for Josh Adams. Tay Davis there on the tackle.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 13-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll fake it. Now Locke. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
On first down, Hines slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty.
Hey, team 6.
A shotgun snap for Locke. To the right side to Eric Ebron. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Locke on 3rd down. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, box truck.
Here's Locke. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
180! Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Watch the flag!
They run on 2nd down with Adams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check. Fresno!
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Browns.
Regular.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Good. 180! 3, Mike. Let's get the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
180! Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway. But when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Real. 180! Like 22, he's coming. Hey,
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 67 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now, that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Locke. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a first down throw. Luck. Now and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey. 4 down.
Here's Luck. And a throw right sideline is complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took it back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Ronald Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Joseph on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. It's Luck. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. This is Hines. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, it's Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. He's got room to run past the 20. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big run there by Jones, 83 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal. On first down, this is Adams. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Locke. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there. Now it's Locke. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Indy. 48 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline. It's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
First and goal, Indianapolis.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
To try again after the sack. Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Your trip is here.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Jones. 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Let's go.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ronald Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Joseph now to have the PAT. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck stepping up. He's going to keep it. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it's helped his legs.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Miles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. Luck. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Colts.
Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Luck throwing again. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 27 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Carry now for the point out. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
180. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
On first down, Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Set. 20. Mike.
Mayfield now from the 50. He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Hey.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Third and long for Mayfield. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The kick by Joseph is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On first and 10, Locke. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Now Locke. Steps away to his left. Now, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Locke, flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Here's Locke. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Give him 18 yards on that one. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, first and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
They're running it.
Here's Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
180.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Up, 27. Check Mike 27. Regular. Here we go. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. We got to get the foot.
On third down, Mayfield. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. This will be fielded at the 17. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's now second and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
You can't block me.
One last throw here for Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be, and time has run out now on this game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long, and it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you.